Alright, how's my hair? I think I need a haircut. This might be one of the best looking bottles I've reviewed. Certainly the best looking tequila bottle. But what caught my attention wasn't just the design, it was the story behind it. Waru is an Alberta-owned brand, yet every bottle is produced in Jalisco, Mexico, using 100% Blue Weber agave and traditional tequila making methods. So what happens when a Canadian company builds a tequila in a place where tequila was born? Well, let's have a taste and find out. All right, this might look like a fresh crack, but I had a little bit last night just to let the bottle breathe a little bit. Yeah, incredibly inviting. Fresh cooked agave, lime zest. Yeah. Soft herbal notes. Lemon peel. Something that's spicy in there too, like fresh cracked pepper. What I love is it's bright, it's clean, and incredibly fresh. That freshness obviously starts with the agave itself. Waru uses 100% Blue Weber, grown in the volcanic soils of Jalisco, where the plants are left, I think, for 6 to 7 years. I'd have to double check, giving the agave that extra time to develop those sugars, which eventually become tequila. Anyways, this isn't a lesson in tequila. Let's dive in. Okay. So approachable. It's light-bodied, carries this sort of fresh agave sweetness with a little bit of citrus and pepper, just like the nose. Those herbal notes are there, and there's this nice sort of mineral quality. Yeah. Bit of minerality there. Yeah, I think it's that minerality and that citrus that keeps it feeling crisp rather than just sweet. A lot of that character comes from how obviously the agave is prepared. I'm not a tequila expert, but from what I know, after the harvest, the piñas, hope I'm pronouncing that correct, or the hearts, they're slow cooked for 48 hours. That obviously converts agave's natural carbohydrates into fermentable sugars, just like cooking grains for whiskey. That sort of slow cooking develops those rich cooked agave flavors you're tasting here. And it's one of those defining steps that gives tequila its sweetness without adding sugar. From there, the cooked agave is crushed using roller mills, blended with spring water, and then fermented in stainless steel. They use stainless steel for 72 hours. Finally double distilled, which will, turn it into that smooth spirit you're tasting. Yeah, nothing here feels heavy or overworked. It's clean, it's elegant, surprisingly delicate. Rather than chasing aggressive pepper or overpowering earthy vegetal notes, Waru leans into freshness and balance. It's got a sort of medium length finish with soft herbs and a bit of citrus. Now, one thing I appreciate about Waru is that it doesn't try to hide where the tequila comes from. Yes, it's Alberta owned, but every drop is produced in Jalisco, the only place where tequila can legally be made, if you want to call it tequila, Mexico. That's important, because authenticity isn't about where the company's office is located, it's about respecting the traditions, the ingredients, and importantly, the people that make the spirit what it is. By sourcing mature Blue Weber agave from Jalisco and producing the tequila, they're using traditional methods. Waru lets the region speak for itself. For me, that's a philosophy I can get behind. But let's talk about this bottle, because I love it, and I mentioned it at the start. I'll have to put up a close-up of that. Heavy glass, really nice bottle, feels premium. But what stands out is that sort of texture on it. What caught my eye are those engraved patterns inspired by Aztec art. A thoughtful nod to the cultural heritage surrounding the tequila and the region where it was produced. Again, going back to, respecting the place where it's made, grown, and originating from. It's modern without feeling generic, and distinctive without becoming over the top. It feels like a bottle you'd be proud to leave on display or gift, to be honest. So, who is this Waru Blanco for? If you're primarily a whiskey drinker who has been curious about tequila, but worried about the heat and the pepper, I think this is an excellent place to start. It's approachable enough to sip neat, yet fresh enough to make an outstanding margarita or ranch water during the summer. If you enjoy lighter Irish whiskeys, delicate Highland scotches, you'll probably appreciate the balance and elegance here. Yeah, Waru isn't trying to compete with bold, traditional Blancos. I'm thinking G4 or Tapatio. Instead, they lean into that freshness, citrus, clean agave sweetness, making it exceptionally approachable. Its strength isn't intensity, I think it's finesse. So, what happens when an Alberta company builds a tequila where tequila was born? You end up with a spirit that feels authentic, because authenticity comes from production, not from the mailing address of the company behind the label. If you're looking for a clean, elegant Blanco that respects tradition while introducing a Canadian perspective on the brand, Waru's absolutely worth checking out. And while the bottle is one of the best looking I've seen, thankfully the liquid inside lives up to the presentation. If you've tried Waru Blanco or any of their other tequilas, let me know your comments down below. I'd love to know should I try their other ones, or if there's another tequila or agave spirit you'd like to see reviewed, let me know down below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.